Hey everybody, welcome to Mile High Church. I'm Mark. We're over at the community center right next to the water bottle station celebrating sustainability. Thank you for spending part of your weekend with us, especially if you're new. Before we get started today, we wanted to give you a look at a few things coming up for you and your family at Mile High Church. Our Morning After Grieving the Loss of a Loved One class is on May 2nd, where you will develop an understanding of the grieving process and its cyclical nature during a time of loss.
So we have an exciting announcement for Earth Day. We are diving back into our recycling program and really want to make this successful. The trash and recycle bins will be located in the community center on Sundays and 3 stations throughout the sanctuary lobby. And we pay to have our stuff recycled, so we really have to take care of what's going in that bin or we get charged extra. Glass, aluminum, and some plastics. Unfortunately, our hot cups and paper plates are not recyclable. One of the biggest things to remember is if you're in doubt or if you're in too big of a hurry to sit here and figure it out, just throw it in the trash, it's okay. We're just trying to do the best job we can.
Peace and blessings, everyone. I have a question for you. First of all, I'm Michael B. Beck with the founder of the Agape International Spiritual Center. Have you registered yet to feel and to hear the penetrating, powerful message and frequency from Kute Blackson? Kute Blackson has known me since he was 17 years young. And he carries an anointing of such power and such presence and such articulation of the very principles that we teach and live by. You're gonna love him. So register today. Do yourself not only a favor, do your soul a good deed. The vibration will shift your perspective, which will change your living experience, and you will be grateful that you did. I love you. So will you. Have a beautiful day.
For more information about anything you've heard today, stop by the Event Center or visit us online at milehighchurch.org. And if you're looking for a water bottle refill, stop by the LK.
Welcome to Mile High Church. It's Sunday morning, and we have the Mile High Choir here. And I just want to say thank you to this Mile High band. You guys are incredible. I love you guys so much. You can throw any piece of music at them, and they are chef's kiss. I've got my friend Cynthia James here. And Cynthia James used to hang around here a lot, but now she has her own women's ministry that is international. You're traveling all over the place doing this. Cynthia had a long history of being in Hollywood. Cynthia won Star Search. Cynthia's amazing. You know, one of the best facts that I know about Cynthia is Cynthia babysat Prince once. Yeah, you'll have to tell us how that happened. But right now we're going to sing.
I'm really old. Just saying.
So we're going to sing one of your songs now.
Yeah.
So take it away.
Okay, stand up, please. Let's sing together. I'm going to sing it through once so you get it, and then we'll sing it together. Okay, here we go. I am love. Love. Is what I am. All I need to know. All I need to know. All I need to know is that I am. joy, joy, joy.
I got the joy down in my heart. Joy.
Ooh, 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 ooh.
Yeah.
Joy.
Because all I need to know, all I need to know, all I need to know
Is that So we're going back to love for a big finish. I am love, 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 love. What I am.
So are you. Here we go. All I need to know, all I need to know, all I need to know
Is that I am. I know that I am. Is that I am. I know I am.
is that I am,
Is that I am.
Well, good morning, Mile High Church. How you feeling? Cynthia James, what do you think? Good to have her back in the house. Good to have you here, everybody that's in the sanctuary today, and all of you joining in from all over the planet online. So it's a great Sunday. It's Earth Day Sunday. We're glad you're here. We've got a lot of great things in store for you. If you're here for the first time, know that you're welcome here. We accept all people. That's how I got in. And so welcome. Welcome. I'm glad that you're here, and hope that you come back and join us many times. And we want to start by reading our vision and our mission. And if you know this by heart, you can close your eyes and say it. Otherwise, you can sneak a look at the screen, all right? So our vision is oneness revealed, a world of love, peace, and abundance for all. And our mission, to serve as a spiritual beacon for personal empowerment and global enlightenment. So that's what we're about here. And today we're combining that vision and that mission with a commitment to Earth Day and to this beautiful planet where we live. So that's why we're here today. And also one more thing I wanted to bring up is we lost one of our practitioners, moved into the greater dimensions just recently, who's a good friend of mine. I've known her for over 30 years, Ellen Steinberg. And she's a practitioner here at Mile High Church. And so Dr. Patty is lighting the memorial candle in honor of Ellen this morning. And we're just going to bring her into our hearts for a moment and know that she is surrounded in love right now. And that all is well with her soul. We're going to move into our service now with a song and a time to meditate.
Surely the presence of God is in this place. I can feel the mighty power and the grace. I can hear the brush of angel wings. I see glory on each face. Surely the presence God is in this place. Surely the presence of God is in this place. I can feel the mighty power and the grace. I can hear the brush angel wings, I see glory
And so in this moment, we turn within and we follow our breath to take that deep breath that guides us right into that inner sanctuary of our heart, feeling the infinite presence of the divine, feeling spirit. And as we breathe in and breathe out, we connect with that essence, that presence of God that is in and through all that we see. And this morning, in that essence of Om Namo, we bow. We bow in reverence, in celebration of Earth Day to nature. Nature which mirrors for us all that God is. And so we turn within to connect with that very essence of nature within ourselves. For we see within nature the infinite flow of the water, the infinite bloom of the blossom. And we connect with that deep essence of peace, that peace and that stillness of fallen snow, of a gentle rain, of a still lake. And that peace we anchor in this morning, that sense of serenity. As we open to that infinite presence, we anchor in that peace and we send that peace out into the world, into all the places that are in need of it this morning. We also bless all faith traditions, for all paths lead to the one. And we anchor in that peace and bring it to any parts of our lives that might be in doubt or in fear or in hurt or in pain. And we allow that essence of peace to awaken, to bloom, to expand within our hearts. And it is in this essence of nature this morning that I give thanks. I give thanks for all that flows through this celebration of Earth Day and this service today, and also the Sacred Earth Ministry that has this demonstration, this sharing of ways that we can support, honor, and deepen in our care of nature, of Earth, this home. And I know that this essence of spirit moves through the message that Dr. Barry has for us, that inspires, that unites, that joins us in this care of earth. And I know that it moves through every note. It moves through the hands that serve. And I am so grateful for that. And so it is with this thanksgiving that I release this prayer into the power and the presence of the one, the law, and I allow it to be, and I say, thank you, Spirit. And so it is.
Dear God, dear stars, dear trees, dear sky, dear peoples, dear everything, dear God. Inside me and everyone else that was or ever will be. I came into this world with God, and when I finally looked inside, I found it just as close as my breath is to me. Right I think this is the youngest us ever felt.
Good morning, everyone. Today's a special day. Not only are we honoring Earth Day, but we have a ceremony tonight at 5 p.m. to recognize the ordination of Reverend Jackie Harris. This Neverland-themed altar is in celebration of that. And Jackie, you are a grace to Mile High Church. You understand the purpose of ministry isn't just about love of God, but love of people. And the way you love the people of Mile High Church, it makes me so proud of who you are and how you show up as a minister. You're also an incredible manager, which is a grace to me as well. She oversees our ministry of service, so all of our volunteering and all of our outreach projects, all those wonderful outreach projects which raise hundreds of thousands a year in items and money for everything. And you still are, the heart of donor development within our accounting department too. We're so grateful for you. And it just happens that while we're here, we want to promote you to associate minister at Mile High Church. So we're going to do a little ceremony to recognize that. An associate minister at Mile High Church manages multiple areas of Mile High Ministries, teaches classes, speaks at services, and is a key part of the strategic leadership of Mile High and spiritual care of its members.
So Jackie, I have some questions that we get to ask you in celebration of this. Jackie, do you accept the principles of science of mind and promise to adhere to them and make them the basis of your teaching?
Absolutely.
Do you promise to minister faithfully and lovingly to the people now committed to your charge and seek to do your best to be an example of compassion, patience, and loving kindness?
I do.
Do you promise to stay committed to your own spiritual practice, not just for your own self-care, but so that you can continue to have the energy and inspiration to guide and inspire us?
I do.
Great.
Members of Mile High Church, you are the voice of this church. Do you commit to accepting and supporting Reverend Jackie as a spiritual leader and guide for Mile High Church, partnering with her in our entire ministry and realizing its vision of being a spiritual beacon for all? With that, Reverend Jackie, through the authority vested in us by the Centers for Spiritual Living and Mile High Church, and acting on behalf of this congregation, online and in person here today, we do install you here and now, Reverend Jackie Harris, as an associate minister of Mile High Church. We are grateful for you.
just so. Manifestation is birth within. So check your intention. The lover you've chosen, well, they won't seem to let you in. The heart is not open, and they won't say where they've been. Check your intention. What seeds did you sow? Manifestation is birth within. So check your intention. The world of appearance will mirror your mind. There's no one to blame. The truth is not hard to find. Check your intention. What seeds did you sow? Manifestation is birth within. So check your intention. Check your bank account so low. Check your bill so high. Check the world around you. Check. Check the one who shares your bed. And check the ways you hide. Check the world around you. Check your intention. Check. Thank you.
Cynthia James right there. How about that? Yeah. And the My High All-Stars, thank you very much for your work this morning. All you All-Stars under the direction of Tom Litch. Yeah. So welcome. Just so glad that you're here today, and thank Reverend Josh and Michelle for inviting me back to be part of Earth Day here. I've been working with thank you. I've been working with the Sacred Earth Ministry since I retired last summer. Dr. Patty and I have been working with that, and today's just a great thing. We got some great stuff coming up in the community center after service today. I'll be telling you more about that, but it's just great to celebrate Earth Day together today and to bring our focus and our attention to this beautiful planet where we live. And there are a lot of reasons to celebrate Earth Day. I have a couple specifically that I bringing in here. These guys here, my granddaughters, who are Ruby and Ivy, and they're snowboarders already, which makes their parents very, very happy, and they're already rocking it. And so they're looking for there to still be snow in the mountains as they grow up. So that means we got work to do to make that happen. So I have to bring my updates from the grandkids to get that going. Yeah. So my talk title today is Moving Forward Together. And that's the thing for Earth Day, because even though we know that there are a lot of differences, a lot of things that we don't agree on, there's one thing that we all have in common, and that's this planet and sharing the resources on this planet. So that's where we bring our attention and our focus today, is moving forward together. And I love thinking back to the beginning of Earth Day. I remember it. I was in college in Earth Day. The Earth had just cooled then, and so. But there was a lot going on at that time. There was a lot of people protesting. There was a lot of sit-ins and teach-ins at college campuses, and there was a rising social awareness. There was a lot of awareness about the war in Vietnam, about the draft, about social change. There was just a lot of upheaval. And it was a very active time, and the consciousness was really being stirred up. And there was a senator from Wisconsin named Gaylord Nelson, who was a junior senator from Wisconsin, who was very concerned about the environment and was one of the first true environmentalists who wanted to get something going. And he thought maybe he could harness some of that youthful energy that was happening on the college campuses and get something going. So he started preparing for Earth Day. He got some of the college people who were good at organizing to help him out, and they started planning to do an Earth Day in 1970. And some things were up. A lot was up in the street with people protesting, and also, and the environmental thing, he had been flying in a helicopter to survey a giant oil slick that had happened recently from an oil spill. And also, just the year before, just outside of Cleveland, the Cuyahoga River had caught on fire once again, and the fire raised 5 stories high before they got it put out. And it's really never good when a river catches on fire. It just is a sign that something is really wrong. So he felt that this was the time to kind of gather people together. So the first Earth Day was on April 22nd, 1970. There was 20 million people that get out in the street. Think of that. 20 million people get out in the street. And it was planned in between spring break and finals in college, so people would have the room to get to it. And it was also during the middle of the week, so a lot of kids in high school could get out and be participating in Earth Day as well. So it was the beginning of that movement, beginning of the environmental movement in a way that a lot of people were conscious of. And it made a difference because by the end of that year, the Environmental Protection Agency had been created under the Nixon administration. And also the Clean Water Act came in 1972. And the Endangered Species Act came not long after that. And our attention and our focus went towards protecting the earth. And our consciousness went in that direction too. Some of you remember those great ads that were on television about recycling and taking care of trash. And we just began to shift in that direction. And it seems like a long time ago. But now it's our turn, because Earth Day isn't really about the past at all. It's about the future. So we're moving into that time today of looking at Earth Day and looking at our relationship with the earth. Earth Day 2024 is devoted to specifically planet versus plastic. So we're trying to bring our attention. There are so many things to focus on. Have you noticed that? There's a lot of stuff going on. So there's plenty of things to focus on, but we're in Earth Day this year focusing on plastic. And so we're just all going to commit this morning that we're done with plastic bottles with water in them. Are we all done with that? Are we all done that? Are you with me? Okay, so we're done with that. So it's not going to be long. Just in the next couple of weeks, all these convenience stores are going to be calling up their suppliers going, you got to get these bottles out of here. Nobody wants them. And we're going to make them into houses or streets or something else. But we're going to get rid of putting plastic bottles full of little bits of water in our refrigerators and in our life. So we're going to let that go. We're going to move on to something else. So commitment, collaboration are big things that we're going to be talking about today. But I want to begin with another word, another C word, consciousness. I think we need to change our consciousness. We need to begin there. There are so many things that we see on television, in the media, on social media that divide us. We are very much fixed on division, on criticism, and blaming other people for things. So the division game that's going on now is the biggest thing that we've got going. Whenever somebody comes out with an idea, there are plenty of people to put it down. but we've got to work towards collaboration. And our consciousness has to shift towards the idea of collaboration. Consciousness is the business we're involved in here at Mile High Church and in the New Thought movement. And I was thinking as I was preparing this talk about Emmett Fox, who was a metaphysician in the 1930s. He wrote a small book called The Mental Equivalent. Most of you have it, or you've seen it. It was one of those homework assignments you had. Some of you did. But he talked about how if we want to change our life, how do we approach that from a mental perspective? He said this: form a mental equivalent of the thing which you want by thinking about it a great deal, by thinking clearly and with interest. Remember, clarity and interest, those are the two poles. Well, that sounds simple enough, doesn't it? Clarity and interest, there's nothing to that. But it's really a big deal. Because we are in such a time of environmental crisis and we see so many things are bad and that are going wrong, we can lose hope. We're clear about the problems, but we're not clear about where we're trying to get to. So we've got to start creating a mental equivalent of what the Earth's going to look like when it returns to balance, and start moving in that direction. And accept that that's what's happening now and that we're a part of it. That's what we're about here this morning. Are you with us? Yes. We want to start building that idea in our minds that we can do this, that we can have hope. This morning over in the community center, we've got a lot of people from different environmental groups who are set up over there. It's a great time to go over to learn and to get involved. The Sacred Earth Ministry that we've got going, we're wide open to get more people involved for other ideas of how we can contribute. That Mile High Church can really be a hub for environmental work. So I hope that you'll stop over there afterwards. And one of our co-sponsors today is a place called the Same Cafe. And that's a cafe on East Colfax. And the word same stands for so all may eat. And they have a place where you can come in and get a meal no matter how much you pay for it, that it's available there. So I hope that you'll stop over and support them as well. Because a lot of what today is about is collaboration, about turning our consciousness towards collaboration. Collaboration with each other and with the planet. Because it's a reciprocal relationship that's going on between us and the planet. We've done a pretty good job of taking things from the planet, taking resources, using resources, and the planet has given them to us pretty freely. And now it's time for us to keep our part of the deal and be giving back. They have a higher sense of awareness of collaborating with the planet. And you know, there are more scientists on the planet now than there have ever been. And there's an opportunity now for us to collaborate and bring all of our gifts of science to work for solutions. I've been spending with a book called Drawdown, the most comprehensive plan ever proposed to reverse global warming. It was edited by a guy named Paul Hawken, who is an environmentalist who's been at this game for a long time. What he did in this book was he collaborated with a lot of different scientists and came up with like 100 different ideas that could help with the process of drawdown. Because the truth is, with this problem of carbon in the atmosphere, we not only have to slow down and eventually stop putting carbon into the atmosphere, we've got to begin getting it out of the atmosphere. That's a process too. And he's got these solutions in this book, 100 of them, about farming and about solar energy, about wind power, about the things that we eat, transportation, housing. And there's a sense of hope in it. There's a sense of hope that we can figure this out if we can bring our focus to it. And focus less on our sense of division and about who's right, and about this being a political problem. It's a people problem. We're the problem. And so looking for a political solution is keeping us in a sense of division. We need to create more of a sense of us working together. This is one of the things that this guy, Paul Hawkins, said. What individuals can do is become a movement. The United States was founded on the premise that there are truths that are self-evident. And one of the unmentioned truths is that we only have one home. If we are to remain here, we must together take great care. To do that means we must become a movement that is unstoppable and fearless. Movements are dreams with feet and hands and hearts and voices. So are we ready to be a part of this movement? What do you think? Yeah, I think so. There's a website called drawdown.org that has just loaded with ideas. And it's a place to research and learn and to grow. One of the things that they said is that there are 5 basic facts about climate change. It's real, it's us, it's bad, scientists agree, and there's hope. I think that's the most important part. We can stop arguing about whether it's happening, and we can turn our focus towards creating a world that works for everybody, because most of the people who are most at effect of global warming and climate change are poor people who can't really do anything about it. And so the industrial nations like ours have to commit ourselves to doing this work. It's our time for that. So that's my last point today, is about commitment. About bringing a sense of commitment to this work. And it's about more than science and engineering. It's about heart. It's about love. It's about that reciprocal relationship between us and the earth in this amazing, amazing place where we live. At about the same time when Earth Day was being created, we were starting to see pictures come back from the earth, about the earth from outer space. Earthrise, the pale blue dot, the earth out in space. And it began to change our consciousness, and for us to see that we are a pale blue dot floating in this incredible sea beyond our wildest dreams. We looked at the earth with no borders, with no flags, with no boundaries. It gave us an opportunity to see that we were all part of something, all of us. A bigger dream was unfolding through us. And I think now we can start to connect once again at a deeper level with that relationship with the earth. You know what? Another book that I've been diving into lately is a book called Braiding Sweetgrass, and I know a lot of you have read it. And it's a beautiful book written by a lady named Robin Wall Kimmerer. And she's a Native American woman and also a teacher of environmental studies in the university. And she does a great job of bringing science together with indigenous wisdom. And we can see that indigenous people had so many things going right with the way they interacted with the earth, by the way that they observed it, and the traditions that were handed down between people to give back to the earth. She has great things about plants and about the way that we can interact. Me being a gardener, I love that. I just love the reciprocal relationship between us and the earth. And another thing that really brought me into connection with this book is the indigenous tribe that she was a part of was located in upstate New York, near where I grew up. She talks about, here we go. She talks about Onondaga Lake, which was a lake outside of Syracuse. I grew up in a place called Oswego, which is about an hour from Syracuse. And we used to drive to Syracuse a lot, and we would go by this lake. And I remember my dad's a fisherman, and he would say, well, you can't fish in that lake anymore. You can't boat on it. You can't swim on it because the lake is dead. It's been dead for years. And she talks about that lake because her people lived around that lake. She said it's estimated that 165,000 pounds of mercury were discharged into the lake between 1946 and 1970. And you couldn't swim in the lake after 1940 because since the late 1800s, they'd been dumping industrial waste into it. But the people who lived around there, her people, the indigenous people, didn't give up on the lake. They kept trying to reclaim it. They filed a federal injunction so that they could reclaim the lake and have ownership of it. That got dismissed, of course. But they stayed with it. Eventually, it got put in as a Superfund site. And a good deal of money got thrown at it from the federal government. And they've been working on it for a couple of decades now to clean up that lake. And I went online this week and looked up a local paper from upstate New York, and they said the lake is cleaner now than it's been in 100 years. Now, to me, that's a love story. That's a love story about loving something so much that we can restore it to the beauty that it came with. And I love that her people are still involved in it. And the thing is, they think of that as their home. And she calls that being naturalized to place. Being naturalized to place. And here's what she says about it. Being naturalized to place means to live as if this is the land that feeds you, as if these are the streams from which you drink, that build your body and fill your spirit. To become naturalized is to know that your ancestors lie in this ground. Here you will give your gifts and meet your responsibilities. To become naturalized is to live as if your children's future matters, to take care of the land as if our lives and the lives of our relatives depend on it, because they do. So here we are now, and we have our opportunity. You know, Carl Jung said that crisis brings clarity. It shows us where we stand, who we are. And we are in a crisis. Make no mistake about that. But there is hope, there is possibility, and we are a part of a movement that is going to turn this around and restore our relationship with the land. That's what we're about. Let's pray about that. So we open right now to the possibility that lives within us. We're not helpless here. We are connected with a power and a wisdom, a sacred intelligence that created all things, that brought all things into being, that awaits our recognition of it. And as we turn to it, it turns to us. So we allow that power and that wisdom and that sacred love to fill us right now. Fill us with hope. Fill us with an intention to rise up and solve our problems. I give thanks for each person right now within the sound of my voice, for the gift that you are and for the difference that you make. We commit ourselves right now to this beautiful sacred work in this amazing, amazing world where we live. Thank you, Spirit. We are blessed beyond measure. And so it is.
voices in the wind will take you home again. The journey on is just begun, my friend. The magic in your eyes is more than I surmised, and I surrender time and time again to the will of the wind. The will of the wind child, the wind in the wind child takes you home again. The will of the wind. The will of the wind child, the wind in the wind child takes you home again. The will of the wind.
I think that was my cue. That's what you get for listening to the music. So right now, we're going to take an offering. And I want to begin by thanking you in advance for your generosity towards Mile High Church, and especially towards our youth ministry. I've worked in the youth ministry here for a long, long time, and it's thriving, and a lot of that has to do with you. So thank you very much for supporting what we do here. We got a lot of good stuff going on. So our ushers are coming forward now. So we do it old style, where you can put money in the basket, or you can give over your phone, or there's other ways too. I don't know, small unmarked bills, all that stuff. But anyways, we're going to say our affirmation together. Divine love as me, blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, and all that I circulate. And so it is.
There's revival, and it's spreading like a wildfire in my heart. Sunday morning, hallelujah, and it's lasting all week long. Can you hear it? Can you see it? It's that rhythm of gospel song. Oh, once you choose it, you'll never lose it, because there ain't nothing gonna steal my joy. I got an old church choir singing in my soul. I got a sweet salvation, and it's beautiful. I got a heart full of clap your hands and stomp your feet till you find that gospel beat, 'cause it's all you'll ever need. All you'll ever need. Clap your hands and stomp your feet till you find that gospel beat, 'cause it's all you'll ever need. All you'll ever need. I got that old church choir singing in my soul. I got a sweet salvation and it's beautiful. I got an old church choir singing in my soul. I got a sweet salvation and it's beautiful. I got my heart overflowing 'cause I've been restored. No, there ain't nothing gonna steal my joy. No, there ain't nothing gonna steal my joy. No, there ain't nothing gonna steal my joy.
I'm ready. How about the Mile High All-Stars and the band here? The Mile High Choir. Yeah.
So if you're here for the first time, it's like this every week. It's wonderful. And we would love to have you come back again and again. And we have information about Mile High at either door in the lobby at the information shelves there. So welcome, welcome, welcome. And also our practitioners are coming down front. And if prayer is calling to you, please find one of them for an incredible heartfelt prayer. Thank you.
Thank you. Let's hear it for Dr. Barry Ebert, everybody. This is the kind of retirement I like to see. Keep them working, keep them working. I'm so grateful to Dr. Patty and Barry for leading our Sacred Earth ministry. If you're also a part of that ministry, will you just identify yourself? And we're so grateful to you and for everyone putting together this incredible fair that's here on campus today. That's going to be wonderful. Again, a reminder, Jackie's ordination is at 5 p.m. Today, and we've got a drum circle today too, don't we, Michelle?
We do. You can go to the Vote Auditorium for a drum circle at 4 p.m. to start the festivities and enjoy that. It's going to be delightful. And then on April 28th, our youth department is producing one of their What I Wish My Parents Knew afternoons again, right after church. It's all about courageous conversations. So if you've got any children, teens, tweens in your life and you want to have courageous conversations, you're invited to join them for this wonderful event. Thanks for being here, Dr. B. Back to you.
It was fun. Yeah. So I invite you all to stop over at the community center afterwards and get a little chow from the same cafe and to check out some of the tables. And now I'd ask you to stand for the benediction and the peace song. So we go forward today with a great sense of commitment towards this beautiful planet of ours. I know that we have the technology, but we also have the heart. We have the passion. We have the consciousness. We're going to get this done. For this I give great thanks. And so it is. Amen.
Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be. With God as our power, family all of me. that old church choir singing in my soul. I got a sweet salvation and it's